Alright, this is going to just be when the other videos when the videos I'll just post that are different from my normal content. I'll do it every now and then, because doing that every day for a while, it gets boring. Yeah. I'll keep doing it, of course, until I finish, and then I'll probably ask guys what to do after that. But now, on to the topic of this video. This is my new trio, the divergent trio, using all three of my AUs, Aftergen, over Amalgamate Tail, and Dust Race. Aftergen, and now I'll tell you a bit about what they are and their original AU, just stuff involving them. So Aftergen Sands is from Aftergen, which is an AU that takes place after a genocide route where Sands got Frisk to give up. So Frisk soul shatters. He lets Asgore know. Asgore, realizing the danger of not using the human souls, but also noting the danger of having too many souls of one monster, splits the 6 human souls between 3 people: Asgore, Alphys, and Sans. What the other 2 do with it, I'll maybe in another video. So, Sans gets the Justice and Patience soul, and reluctantly absorbs the souls, granting him the ability to summon the toy knife and empty gun. This Sans is a Sans, basically the same as Canon Sans, just any emotion relating to patience or justice are slightly heightened due to the patience and justice soul being the 2 souls he's absorbed. Now, Dust Race Sans. Dust Race Sans is and Flowey. Dust Race Sans and Flowey are from Dust Race, where it takes it acts it goes the same as normal Dusttail for the first part up until Sans goes to kill Flowey. Flowey, realizing what Sans is doing, doesn't want to get beat, so decides to race Sans, basically, to get EXP and love, to get more dust, you can put it. Sans it Sans it I'll talk about all of their design choices and the significance a bit later. Probably not for him because I haven't. Anyways, Dust Race Sans racing Flowey. Flowey's a lot more experienced and gets 10 LV. Sans is only able to get 7, while Frisk is only able to get 2. So Frisk is at 2, Sans is at 7, and Flowey's at 10. And that's all for that part about him. So, over Amalgamate Tales, Sans and Flowey are from an AU where Kara went. Monsters lived on the surface in peace. Kara, to make it short, monsters and humans lived on surface in peace, and Kara went to the underground to just explore, found the flower that Flowey is, and went back to the surface. The flower released a toxin, which which killed Frisk and Kara and Azrael. Toriel left Asgore. Asgore was sent insane due to a mix of everything happening in the toxin. Announced war on the humans. The humans, finding out that the underground was the only safe place from the toxin, went to the underground. So, and sealed the monsters on the surface with a barrier that requires 500 human souls. a lot more than the normal Undertale. Sans is eh, monsters started amalgamifying and had to get their life together within the first couple, but had to get their life together within the first couple years, and within the first decade learned how to control their amalgamifying. Asgore took a while, but eventually his insanity calmed down. But he announced a rule where once monsters reach a certain age, they either work in the Royal Guard or work for the Royal Guard. Working for the Royal Guard is manufacturing, farming, planting, all that stuff. And Sans, he was still Sans at that point, so he chose to do what would likely allow him to get less work and allow him to keep Papyrus safe, joining the Royal Guard. So Sans joined the Royal Guard, and early on he showed so much promise that he may have even been stronger than Asgore is when Frisk falls. This is a while before that, so Asgore has Sans' eye taken out and given to Flowey. Flowey, which Flowey currently has in. Fla- it, he, I'll talk about their designs later. Right. Remember that. Flowey is Sans is the second in command of the entire Royal Guard. Asgore's right-hand man. Asgore is left-handed, while Flowey is the right-hand man. And everything else about his lore basically stays the same, at least in not involving his character design, which I'll get to that in a minute. Now their designs. Sans has right eye is cyan, while his right eye is yellow, and that also caused his jacket to change to cyan and yellow, and his shorts to change to a lighter shade. Dust Ray Sans wields Asgore's trident. Aftergen Sans uses the toy knife and empty gun. Dust Ray Sans uses Asgore's trident and has taken a bit of damage from Flowey's the encounters with Flowey. This one in particular is from when Flowey took over Undyne's body while it was dying to use against Sans. So all of the rest of the damage is that. Over Amalgamated Sans wears a cape. Eep is a bit melty and wields a bone spear that is got curved due to melting. His right eye is melting a decent bit, while his left eye is a lot more exposed due to how his eye was taken out. Flowey is not amalgamifying because he doesn't have a soul, but is damaged due to all of the traps, all the experiments. His eye is leaking a bit of DT. Not not really leaking, but it's falling out, going back in, and then basically going around, circling around his face, and then falling back out and in. Now, on to the trio itself. It is split between several phases, from 0.5 to 3. 0.5 is just where they meet. Phase 1 is what I have drawn here, which is the first phase. Phase 1.5 is where Dust Ray Sans, Flowey, and Aftergen Sans are exhausted, and just over Amalgamate Tail Sans and Flowey are fighting you. Phase 2 is where over Amalgamate Sans and Flowey are exhausted, and Dust Ray Sans, Flowey, and Aftergen Sans are facing you. Phase 2.25 is where the human souls, Clover and whatever the patient's soul is named, and Phantom Papyrus face you. Phase 2.5 is where Sans does what Delta Sans does and goes all glowy. I've called Phase 2.5 the Awakening. It's a cutscene phase. He's a Dust Race Sans ends it 2.5. I think I said that. Anyway. Dust Race Sans gets exhausted and collapses, and Flowey he takes over his body and uses it. Over Amalgamate Tail Sans gets his eye from Flowey and puts it back in, while Flowey uses one of the other main cast's soul and puts its eye and puts it in his eye. He switches throughout it during the fight. Oh yeah, Dust over Malcolm Tail Sans' arm is melting, and he wears a cape. I think I mentioned that. And that's basically it. Like and sub if you enjoyed that. And once we hit 95 subs, I'll announce the 100 sub special. And that's all. See ya.